You're gonna go out and apologise for saying that to him.
Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me. Welcome to Listen to Iron Maiden, baby. I'm Ash from South Wales.
I'm Andy from New South Wales.
This is the premium Iron Maiden podcast where I, Ash, the master of Iron Maiden, who knows not everything, but most things, and Ante.
Not a lot at all
That's right.
when it comes to Iron Maiden.
That's right. And we are living in Japan and we're just having fun listening to Iron Maiden. And mate, it's funny because you don't know anything, but you have seen them live recently. We went to see them live. And a little thing, we did a video, a vlog of us watching the band live.
Yep.
And in the video, I put like this cover, this amazing like Polish retro cover.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I also put one of my own covers in there. Which I think went over the, under the radar.
Yeah,
Under the radar. That's it. I do have one where I did an Iron Maiden cover of Trooper with my friends in Japan, and we did a video, but I cannot find it anywhere. I think I deleted it or something on a hard drive. But I do have my hip hop version of Death of the Celts. Now, for you guys out there listening to Senjutsu at the moment, I was the same. When I listened to the songs on the album, because of Kevin Shirley, in my opinion, the producer, it just doesn't hit. But when I saw them live, I was like, this is awesome.
Fucking oath.
But before that, I did do a hip-hop version of Death of the Celts. So I'm going to perform that for you right now. But I need to put my glasses on because that's what rappers do, right?
Yeah.
Like this, right? That's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's play the song and let me rap it for you. Well, I'll like mime, pretend I'm rapping because,
Fresh.
Yeah, you're a DJ, aren't you, Ante?
Yeah, man.
Right, what do you think of this, guys? Is this actually, half decent?
The road winds uphill all the way, right to glory on this day. Remember now, to do him so proud. In God we trust, cry it out loud. Redeem myself, the winning ways. Remember all the darkest days of what I know. To see me tread, walketh upon the field of the dead. The burden of blood, the break of the bone. The battlefield now, I'm making my own. The glory of the morning we make. Praying the rose is still awake. Lord above, my spirit says, death is not proud, no more, no less. Power up, my soul will be free. Deliver a song to victory.
What do you think, DJ?
Not bad, actually, man.
So I just took the riff. When I heard that riff, I thought that's a sample waiting to be sampled.
It is.
Has been sampled before. We'll get to it in the future. But yeah, I put the drum beat on it and I put like a bit of synth.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, right?
Not bad at
I
all,
think all
man.
the way. I just like it's fun to make beats, Anyway. Now, we did saw last time that Paul Di'Anno had passed away. Now, Paul Di'Anno, as we know, was a great singer for Iron Maiden, the first two albums.
Untrained.
He's very trained. Well, he wasn't trained, but you're trained, so he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Passed away. Rest in peace, Paul. I love you. But at the same time, when I first got into Iron Maiden, I was massively like, I need to get all the my Iron Maiden stuff.
How much?
Oh, mate.
All.
Talking of that, I just forgot something. I bought 2 CDs, right?
Yeah.
And I brought them. They're in my bag. Ba-da! There we go. So I went to Book Off the other day. Book Off is a shop in Japan, like a used store. A lot of foreigners use it because they go there to buy like anime stuff, whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, so
Love the name too. Book Off.
Book Off, right? Yeah, you bugger off, right? Yeah. Book Off. So what I saw was hilarious, which is this one, which is the Virus single, which is a 2 CD, but it literally says CD2 haitemasen. Doesn't have the CD2. So I'm sure a lot of people have this one. It's the Iron Maiden Virus thing. But yeah, thank you, paid. So it is, because I got all the CDs back home in the UK and my brother has them. But like now and again, if it's got the Japanese version one, because it's got all Japanese written on it, which is kind of cool. This is actually, the song is called Virus. Then there's a cover of My Generation by The Who and Doctor, 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 please. Now, Virus, as anyone knows, we'll listen to it in the future, mate, is a song which is the chorus is amazing.
That's kind of freaky cover.
It is freaky, right?
It's like, yeah.
freaky, right?
Mm.
But
I don't like that.
it's good, right? Yeah, and yeah, it's got. I'm sure someone's got this, but it's got one CD, like this,
Mhm.
and it's like a paper booklet.
Yep.
Oh, look at a gorgeous blaze there, right? Is the CD upside down? Oh, they put the CD upside down as well. It was like that. Should have been like this, right? The CD is pretty cool, right? It's got like a ghoul on there. So, guys, sorry for you listeners out there.
Ghoulish.
And it's got, look at that sexy bastard, Blaze.
Mm.
As you can see, Blaze is quite a little bit short than everybody. Man, you haven't met this guy yet, but he's gorgeous. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Kill him. Anyway, the song Virus, the chorus is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? But I just don't like the build up to it and the way it
okay.
goes. And the video is hilarious because it's got like, they're trying to like, it's a virus, right? So what do you imagine effect they put on it?
I think is this
Right?
the greenie?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah, I remember
Okay,
this.
This makes me laugh so much, right? I just don't like this build up, but the chorus, see, it takes ages to get there. This is rocking for him. But it takes 3 minutes to get to this. All in your mind, all in your. Even Dave's loving it.
Yeah.
See Dave Murray there. He was fucking loving this video, right? So, but it takes 3 minutes to get to this part.
Mm.
And it's not that interesting in my opinion, but it is. I like that song just for that
I
chorus.
remember that now. I'm getting
Right?
podcast nostalgia now.
It says it's got no CD too though.
Wee.
I'm gonna drop everything on the floor here. Whatever. But it's got booklets. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's got this one. Postcards. I didn't know that,
Hey.
There's one, a little postcard there of looks like kind of a madness kind of thing.
Mhm.
There's that one for you.
That's really
The
cool.
really creepy
Yeah.
one. That one there.
Like a member of Slipknot.
Yeah. Oh, that's a kind of holographic one.
Ooh.
That's on the CD. Yep.
Nice.
And creepy Eddie.
I really like
Flammable
that
Eddie.
one too.
Yeah. Flammable Eddie.
Mm.
Pretty cool. And the last one has got Gorgeous Blaze.
And all the boys.
Signed from Blaze to my lover. Anyway, but no CD, whatever. But I got some little, what are these called? Postcards, right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine sending a postcard with Blaze on it. I mean, your woman would never call you back.
That'd be pretty cool if you even framed those,
Dance of Death with it's got the Japanese names on it too. See, Wildest Dreams. So we thought, it's funny. Oh my god! So when I exported the last video that we did, I deleted my downloads. So a few of the pictures that were in the video were gone. There's just like red thing on the screen.
Okay.
Well, it was a Halloween episode. Okay, whatever. It looks, it was so, it's so like scary to see that you couldn't see it. Anyway, just got the, you can see the classic cover, this bloody amazing piece of work. And on the back, I'm talking about this picture. I think they look awesome.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Maiden looking awesome kind of stuff. And it's got the names in the Japanese names on it.
Mhm.
This is my first time opening it as I saved it for this. Look at these lads. Oh my god, this is fantastic, isn't it? Look at Steve.
Mad lads.
Steve always pulls up his sleeves to show us off his tattoos.
Yeah, man.
Like, nobody
Gotta
has those tattoos anymore.
show the ink. What are those?
I don't know. Some girls,
Okay.
some Spanish girls. Oh, that's a fucking sick photo, isn't it?
That's pretty cool too, man. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Everyone knows this photo. It's pretty cool. I like that one. See, it's got all the Japanese, member profile and everything's in there.
Mhm.
Hello, I'm Steve Harris, and in Japan, girls think I'm fit. Hello, I'm Bruce, and I'd rather the bloody Budokan is just a gym. What the bloody hell's wrong with that? Hello, I'm Dave Murray, and I'm Dave Murray, and if any woman tries to, tell me where to go, I'll tell her the fuck right off. Or I'm Adrian Smith, and I'm just too cool for the band, so I had to do my own thing. But then I came back, and I'm still trying to get off my own and do fishing, but whatever. I'm Yannick Gers, and no, he doesn't sound like that. He's from up north. Oh, I'm Yannick Gers, and I like treacle. No, that's bloody West Country. I'm talking about accents. I spin my guitar about. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Nico, and
You got a pilot's license?
that's it.
Mm.
So, like I said, I was collecting all the Pauliana stuff
Mhm.
and ironmaiden stuff, And the main thing I wanted to get was I was like, oh, there's a book because I love books. I love biographies, autobiographies, things like that. My favorite one is like wrestling ones because they're so interesting. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I did this, I did that, and I thought, oh, let's get an Iron Maiden one. And the only one out at the time was Paul Di'Anno. It's called The Beast, and I bought it in like when I was like 17 or something.
The
And you know,
Beast.
in my mind, I thought Paul Di'Anno was a cool guy. But let's honor his memory.
Yeah.
And read the foreword to The Beast by Paul Di'Anno. My name is Paul Di'Anno. That's me on the front cover, just in case you're a bit fucking slow on the uptake. Nicknamed The Beast, I was first unleashed on an unsuspecting public when I was the lead singer of the rock band Iron Maiden, probably the most successful heavy metal group of all time. Later, I found a different kind of notoriety when I parted company with said band. Ever since that day, colourful legends, rumours and myths about me have flown around the world of rock music. You've heard them, I've heard them. Drinking, more drinking, drug abuse, sex, guns, prison, violence, marriages, divorces, taking library books back late, you name it, I've done it. If you're one of those Bible-bashing Herberts, Herbert, great word.
Herbert.
Yeah, I love that one. Who think rock musicians are the spawn of the devil, sent to this world to pollute the minds of impressionable teenagers, this book will probably provide the proof you've been looking for. Come to think of it, you're probably right in any case. If the thought of impressionable young girls getting it doggy... All right, I'm not going any further. Okay,
Hey.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, this book is just full of the dirt. And I'm not sure how much of it's true because I read the whole book and every chapter I was like, this is bollocks.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard he took leaving Iron Maiden, but, you know, definitely took it pretty hard. Yeah, but it's not a good book. But, you know, because you just kind of go, oh, okay, how many more?
How big is this book?
It's quite big.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not as good as... I am Blaze Bailey, and I am a singer.
Love it.
12 Wasted Years, which is a documentary that they put out at the time of, just after 12 years, right? So around this time. So they've been doing, all these albums. I mean, God, from the beginning, first Iron Maiden album up to, I think it was like Seven Son and around that time, just before that. So it's kind of related because we're almost there anyway. So let's check it out, shall we? I've got the documentary. Let's just watch it and comment along.
Sexy Maiden.
All right, 12 Wasted Years. Of course, mate. Come on. Yeah, I love the way Adrian holds his guitar like that. Like, I love it. Somewhere on tour in Sheffield.
We saw that live, right?
We saw that live. We did a clap, clap, clap. Oh, you green lizardy Bruce, I like it. I love this opening line.
Yeah.
I was a young man full of hope and dreams. Good night, mate. Oh, there it is. The Ruskin Arms.
Nah, he's alright, he's alright. This is, not what it is.
Oh, this brings back a few memories. Pint of bitter, please.
Okay. Pint of bitter is so British. Do you say that in Australia?
No.
Do you know what pint of bitter is?
It's beer.
Yeah, just like not a beer, just a regular
Oh,
beer.
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so in the UK, I think the old beers were like more dry, and then they started making the bitter version a little bit better.
Oh.
But pint of bitter just means like a standard beer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so British to make it random, like pint of bitter. Like what the fuck? Come on, guys. Anyway, Steve's taking the piss.
Tell us what it was like.
Well, actually, I ain't changed at all, as it happens. Unbelievable. It's just the same as it was. The only difference is down the middle here, there used to be a load of tables, and our singer used to go gallivanting down the middle of it, and the beer used to go flying everywhere. And apart from that, they've taken the tables away, and they've built a little.
So he's talking about the singer that was before Paul Diano,
Oh,
the guy
okay.
with the blood. I was going to name, but yeah, crazy guy.
Little stage with the beer crates there for the drum kit, which we never had. Apart from that, it's exactly the same.
This is a song called Charlotte the Harlot.
Charlotte
Some
the
Harlot,
Harlot, innit?
Come on.
Charlotte Yolet.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
So his onstage banter is not bad.
Yeah.
Like for that time. Like Bruce is more like, you know, he like set up a line, you know, like something related to the next song.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
What's that thing like? He's more of a storyteller,
yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah. And Paul's just nervous. He's like, oh, fuck, oh, yeah, all right, mate. Clarify that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's something charming about him. Like, I went to a bar recently.
Yep.
It's actually a piano bar. There's one with a piano and a singer, and they'll just, it's like karaoke but live.
Sounds classy.
It's really nice. And the woman that was singing, she's an amazing singer, but she held the microphone in a weird way.
Yeah.
With fingers. And I asked her, why do you do that? She's like, I've done it since I was a kid, and I can't stop doing it. And it just feels comfortable. And I was laughing so much. But yeah, it's not, you hold it how you hold it. Yeah. Oh, now he's cupping the mic a bit. That's good. That's not good. Maggie the Slaggy.
Yeah, we had a residency here for a while, and it was, I think it was a Friday and a Sunday or something, and we graduated from playing a Thursday nights or whatever it was, and I think we were the top paid band at the time. I think we graduated up to about £35 a night.
35 quid?
For all the band, that is. I think all the other bands were getting about 25 quid at the time, so we were well happy.
So how did you?
It's funny how he mentions the whole graduating thing, because I remember like back in Sydney, like first few gigs would be like a weekday or something, and then we're getting a Friday and a Saturday.
Yes. Yeah, and they got paid £35.
Yeah,
which is funny, isn't it? Think about right now, like a band being paid as a like for people to go see them. I mean, just bring an iPad with YouTube. That's what you need now, right?
Yeah,
it's funny. All right, I love this one with Steve for Sky Tracks. Steven, like Dave's glasses. And he's got one of those tattoos too on the forearm, you know, like forearm tattoos.
like
yeah.
Popeye.
Yeah. What is up with that?
First meet?
That was
How
a
did you
style.
actually get-
It's like now, like people have those like sleeve tattoos and neck tattoos.
Yeah, because I mean, you're like the
Whatever.
longest surviving members of the present band.
It was
right?
a bloke called Dennis. He sort of auditioned Dave before when, you know, in an old band of his. And so he said, well, yeah, I know this really good guitarist. And all that. And I said, well, you know, get him down. And came down, plugged him, and that was it.
Kept Dave and got rid of Dennis.
Well, actually, yeah, a little bit later, yeah. That happened
We did.
Look at cheeky Steve.
Yeah.
So what was the first gig then you could say that Iron Maiden ever did, just out of interest?
Carton horses, mate.
That wedding reception in actually the Carton Horses actually, yeah.
It was the very first Maiden gig.
In the
that I
East
was
End of
in.
London.
Yeah, May 76, I think it was.
And we was passing the Carton Horses in Stratford.
All right, Keith Wilford here, Maiden fan. Yeah, he's the head of the International Fan Club. Crazy, literally a guy, just a fan who just started the fan club and still doing it now. Even gets thank you notes on the I think even on Senjutsu.
Oh,
Steve thanks him directly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Stratford. And what happened was we heard some music coming out and we thought, this sounds a bit good, let's go and check it out. So we parked up, went into the pub, and Iron Maiden were just sort of like the tail end of their set and we were playing Transylvania. And we thought, you know,
Transylvania, and we thought, like, fucking hell, that's pretty good, isn't it?
this looks like a good band. And anyway, they played a couple more songs, all their own, which was unusual for a band in them days in the pubs. And we thought, right, next week we'll go back there and see them again.
We couldn't afford them days to go.
All right, this guy Vic Vela, they have a B-side called Roll Over Vic Vela. It says roadie from now Steve's general assistant. Like, I've actually never. It says I think he's a roadie.
Yeah.
But like I'm not sure what else he does. But like, I mean, he's got a decent car there. I mean, he must be doing. Well, I guess that's Steve's car.
Does
but
he just hang out with them then?
yeah, I guess so. But he's quite popular. But if anyone knows exactly what Vic Vela does or has been doing the entire time, I'd love to hear that.
hard gear, you know, so
What's his accent too?
we just made them ourselves, like, you know, build the boxes up with gunpowder on them, you know. And used to put like 240 volts through them, you know, and pity the pub or whatever who was working because it was breaking fuses all the time, you know.
Maybe Italian. Isn't it Vic Vella? So I'm not sure where he's from. But
Vella.
interesting accent.
Could be Italian?
I don't know.
I think you might be right.
Maybe, yeah.
Leaving pubs in the darkness, like, you know.
If the heavy metal boom is being taken seriously...
Oh, this is the guy that I got that quote from. Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
That's this guy.
By the fans with their imaginary guitars, it's certainly causing a stir in the offices of the record companies. Iron Maiden was signed to EMI last year, but when they formed in 1976, punk was what was selling. And as Steve Harris explains, when the band were first offered a recording deal 4 years ago, they were told punk was what they had to play.
But they want us to get us.
Look at Steve.
Wow.
He looks...
16.
Yeah.
Cutter hair and all that sort of thing. And, you know, we just said, well, no way, because it's not what we want to do, you know. They want us to play more commercial music. So, you know, I mean, it was, people say, was it easy to...
Look at all those comics in the back.
That's what I was going through the titles.
Interesting, right?
I'm just going to sit here in front of some comic books.
Pretty cool, right?
Avengers.
Funny is that at this time, people were like, these will never make any money.
Look at an hour.
Just turn down a deal or anything like that. But it's not hard to do something when you don't like what you're going to have to do, sort of.
That's true. Like, it is, but it's not at the same time. Like, honestly, like, when I was doing a band at like 17 or whatever, if someone said to me, hey, listen, do you want to just join this pop band where you get money and all that sort of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
See, my thinking is, it's like, I would do that and get, play the game, get as much money as I possibly could, then do my own
try and
thing.
do it, yeah.
Then do my own thing. Because I realize now I've done it all the wrong way by trying to be like, I'm in a rock band, whatever. I wish I'd have done, done something that actually makes money,
Right.
And then later you can do that. That's why, I love seeing guys who have normal jobs and then they just walk into a guitar shop and just buy whatever they want.
Right,
Because most musicians don't have a lot of money because they're musicians, right? But seeing a guy who's like, yeah, I'm a lawyer and fuck it, I like playing guitar. What guitar have you got? Oh, this is a 1967 Stratocaster signed by Jimi Hendrix, and just bought it one day. I was like, all right, mate. There you go. And it's fantastic, but what he's saying is like the pure of like, no, we're this thing, which is what people respect I made in the first place. So Steve is unique in that way, is that he could get away with it. He got away with it. Whereas a lot of people would be like,
oh yeah, hats off, man, and respect them, because there's a lot of starving artists out there.
Yeah. All right. I got to say, this documentary, right, is that they've started off with interviewing Steve in a pub.
Yeah.
Where they started. And they didn't just do it in one area. Like, I like movies and I like cinematography and things like that.
Yeah.
They started with it, from the bar, and now he's moved over. And it's these little things that make these things interesting.
Right, yeah.
And I noticed, I remember in this documentary, I was like, oh, a lot of creative shots that they've done for doing to make it interesting.
Keeping it back in the van, and we spent 2 nights there. And lucky enough, Paul, the singer at the time, pulled this nurse.
Hey! Pulled it. Yeah, me too, mate. I was pulling nurses left, right, and center. When my band needed a place to stay, and I was like, "Do you need a place to stay? I got you." Oh, I love.
Stand at yours.
No. Did you ever directly? You're doing a band, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever could you say that you directly got a woman's attention because you were in a band?
No.
See, I did.
Think so.
I did twice.
Yeah.
And both times were exhilarating because I was like, "This is just because I'm playing guitar."
True.
There's nothing other than that.
I don't think I was single at the time, anyway. But it wasn't because of the band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But I'm not saying you were anyway, but you got someone like that. Like, I had literally a girl put my arms around her.
Ooh.
And I was like...
What?
Yeah, it was literally like one of my first gigs as well.
Yeah.
And I was not sure at the time if I was going to continue doing music. Because I was like, I don't know, whatever.
After that.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
We're doing this.
Yeah. It was crazy. So we played a gig, and after we finished, I stayed around to watch the other band.
Yeah.
And I was, standing watching the group band, and the girl in front of me just looks around to me and she goes, "Oh, you were in that band, weren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." What of it? And then she turns around, and then she just kind of like puts my arms around her like this.
Ooh.
I was just like, but I was thinking, what the hell is this about?
Mm.
And it was only because of that. And the next time was
You bought 10 guitars the next day.
I did. A couple years later, I played with this band. We supported a band who was on like X Factor or some bollocks like that.
Yeah.
Britain's Got Talent. So they were quite popular.
Mm.
And the entire world was great. I don't know how we won a competition to support them.
Yeah.
And we played. I remember my bass broke or something like that. I had to borrow some other guy's bass. But like,
what do you mean? Like,
I don't know what happened.
okay.
I can't remember the details.
Yeah.
But I just remember getting off stage and just like people running up to us to take photos and stuff with us. And I was like,
yeah.
whoa, yeah. And I was like, this is no wonder people like we were talking earlier about that documentary where like these old rockers they just continue. What did you say? Look like death.
Death warmed up.
Yeah. These guys who are like super old, but they're trying to look like they're young, whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I get it.
Mm.
Like I've only had 2 small experiences from like, female attention just because I was in a band, whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine like Bruno Mars right now.
Yeah.
You think he's giving up that for anything? No way, man. He'll keep doing it forever. It's insane. Anyway, but look, Paul Di'Anno clearly is a nervous guy. So they've put him playing pool so he can focus on something.
Typical, huh? And after that, we had somewhere to stay on the night, and it was a lot of fun up there. I think that's one of the best memories I've ever got of Maiden, actually, when we was up in Cambridge, because the camaraderie was brilliant, because we was all, all together.
He's got something to do with his hands and not just stand there and be like, if I make these nervous jokes, whatever. Okay, this guy, Neil Kay, who was like the DJ who got them over.
Yeah.
So this is when he was in the early 70s. So he's got like a full mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, what's funny is I've heard him talk in the documentary, the earliest documentary, and he talks like quite, normal, whatever.
Yeah.
But for some reason, in this documentary, he's wearing like a wife beater, and he's talking with like a really weird accent. It's really funny. Like he's trying to be posh.
This one of the tracks, Prowler, off the tape, was #1 in his metal chart, which was basically based on requests of all the punters that go in there. And we couldn't believe it, so...
Punter. Learn English with Iron Maiden. What's a punter?
Betting?
No, a customer.
Oh, okay. So
I love this because it's hilarious. It's so British, yeah? Yeah. Have a punt means to, have a little whatever. But a punter is a customer. You're a punter.
That works.
Yeah.
We went down there, of course, no one knew who we were.
Learn English with Iron Maiden.
So we used to stand at the bar having a drink, and Prowler came on, #1 sort of thing, and all their band going crazy, and there was a cardboard guitar bit, which we'd never seen before either. And it was just unbelievable,
The cardboard cutout air guitar is hilarious. Like, I almost bought some like light pink, light blue shoes the other day.
Yeah.
And I would gladly wear those before I would jump about with a
cardboard cutout
guitar.
Played here.
All right, see the way he's talking. When Maiden first played here, like he's trying to sound like who's that singer from Whitesnake?
Oh,
is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? He just sounds like he's trying to sound like that guy.
Oh, I forget his name. Top track though.
Yeah,
fucking love it.
Coverdale, something Coverdale.
Maybe.
Whatever.
It was an almost automatic acceptance, I think.
See, I've heard him talk in the documentary, and he talks like, oh yeah, Steve, he's talking normally. Now he's like trying to be all like, well, auntie, like auntie, and all this high.
It was very loud, it was very raw, it was raucous, it was
Raucous.
completely over the top, actually. I think anybody that had been here that night that had seen that would have been fully aware of the portent of things to come.
It was really...
All right, and the next shot, Charles Webster, the EMI marketing executive for IBM, 1979 to 1995. He's on a bench with some old ladies, and they just look at the camera like,
I thought they were like previous groupies.
Oh, they could have been. They could have been. Yeah, full Wayne Rooney.
They didn't age well.
No. I don't know.
Like
They're
being
looking
a
at him
football
like...
match rather than being at a rock concert. There are all these people gathered together with this immense energy, all directed at one focus.
I don't know. I just like this shot.
It is good, but then like
great.
a
Point,
little
which
bit
was the band on the
clueless.
stage.
What's going on?
And
Is that one of those cameras?
Aggression and
Oh, Ethel. I think we're in the shot.
Ethel.
Hmm.
Ethel,
Mavis,
Vera.
Yeah.
Ethel, Mavis, Vera, Betty.
Betty, and we got one more.
One more. Ivis.
Perfect. The whole crew.
Yeah.
Crazy ladies.
And this guy, wanker with a red tie.
But unlike a football match, it was all directed in supporting the same team. And it was fairly apparent from
You see that? See? Hey, and he's like,
at the beginning of the evening that these guys that were going
Mavis! Mavis is talking then.
Shut up,
to be up there on stage, which being treated like gods, you know, and outside of that
Oh, there's a punter at the back there trying to get in the shot.
circle of people at the sound house, they were virtually unheard of.
It's quite fun. It's made really.
All right, here we go. Here's Rod Smallwood, the manager, with Davey. Davey's all doing vests. He loves a vest, doesn't he?
More or less made to be signed by the.
You know why he likes a vest? I reckon it's because, like, before he, like, you know, sorts out a woman, he just takes it off, like the act of like taking off the vest. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a warning.
Yeah, she knows it's in trouble.
Fans. Now, Shep is not particularly tall. Sorry, Shep. And
oh my god, he did this. So what's funny is that we've watched the early years documentary, which is basically them rehashing these stories later on, right?
Yeah.
But he did the same thing with Paul Diano. It's like, well, actually, Paul Diano is I know he looks like but he's actually a lovely guy. Sorry, Paul. Like, he did the same thing right here. You can't lose it.
It's like a bit of a unit back in the day. Right?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. He's a Yorkshireman. Bloody Yorkshireman.
Because when we went down there, we thought, oh, great, we want to play totally live.
That was a terrible shot.
And the guy sort of said, oh, I don't think you can do that. So we insisted in the end, but we were so quiet.
Stuffed himself up there, didn't he?
Yep. And then they cut out the bloody Iron Maiden. They're from West Ham.
Just after that, we did our first support tour. Playing
Okay, this is Doug Hall, who has been, it says from 1981 to present. He was the sound engineer up until like 10 years ago.
Oh,
And he stopped being the sound engineer, and I'm not sure why, but cool guy. I mean, it could be many reasons, but I don't know the actual reason why he stopped being the sound engineer.
That's pretty long.
Yeah. Also, it's interesting that their sound engineer and Steve's like bass tech were Americans.
Okay.
Like, is there any like British people around, whatever? You know.
We managed to get Adrian to actually join. I mean, he couldn't sort of decide, but we decided for him. He said, "Right, you're in. That's it."
Okay. Really embarrassing, right? When I first heard this song, like I heard this documentary, and you know about I Maiden and Adrian's first band. The song's called "She's a Roller," and I honestly thought it was about a woman in a wheelchair. I didn't understand what roller means. Like, and it's embarrassing, right?
I love it though.
Yeah, but like I was like, "She's a roller." I don't know why, but like. That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like innocently, I didn't know what they're talking about. I don't know what this like rock and rolling thing was, but I just thought it was a woman in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
See, you never hold her down. I don't know why. I just thought it was that's terrible, isn't it? I don't know why I thought that. What does it mean? She's a roller. Like, what does it mean?
Picturing another lady now there while they're playing, doing the spin tricks and the.
Don't make this worse.
Hey, I didn't think it. Just I did actually.
You did. But what does it mean? She's a roller.
I don't know. She just rock and rolls.
See?
She doesn't buy cigarettes. She likes to roll her own
cigarettes. Eh?
Yeah.
My grandma used to do that all the time.
There you go. She's a roller.
She was a roller.
She was a roller.
She rolled a lot.
There you go.
She was never wheeling and dealing though. Let's move on. All right, here we go. This is Adrian Smith, who still talks like this. Half nervous, half like, well, I'm trying to be cool, so whatever, like, a bit mumbly, whatever.
Been in since...
Double denim.
Oh.
Wagga.
Cool, really.
And it carried on up until about...
That's a fake voice, Adrian, come on.
I don't know, the early 80s.
I don't know, the early 80s, but I'm putting on accent because I'm a rock and roll.
Too. Wake up!
Yeah. Adrian, come on, I love you, but...
Which me and Dave kind of started that off.
That's the fakest voice I've ever heard in my life.
He's like dropped.
What was he doing? You don't like that, Adrian.
But it was
Yes,
called
I do.
various...
Yeah. No, seriously, Steve, the next album, right, after we've finished, can we go more eccentric?
No.
Don't be a twat.
things. It was called Evil Ways at one point and Stone Free. You have great fun thinking up all these names.
That's weird, his voice.
It is.
You know, your first bands. And we did a couple of singles, and but we never got to... We always wanted to do, you know, an album deal, but it's very hard starting off, obviously.
Well, I had a few...
He's either putting that on or he's hungover.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
like that. Probably hungover. Yeah. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Personal crises going on at the time, like...
Right, look at Paul's hair as well. He's got the mullet. No one else in the band's got the mullet.
That's it.
He went from short hair to a mullet.
Business up front, party out back.
My life and things. And it was a little difficult to sort of get my act together. I was also getting a little bit disillusioned with what was going on with me and, you know, some of the stuff in the band. And I thought the best option was for me to opt out instead of getting in the band's way.
He's going to make the shot.
No, he's not.
That's a bad thing about this. Is like I'm listening and then I start watching him play.
See, that's the thing with Paul is like, I think it must have been painful to be kicked out of the band because he was, and he says he was leaving, but like he's saying disillusioned and all this kind of thing. But like, you know, it is hard to deal with it. I'm sure he's the type that just couldn't deal with the actual like we said before, but in Japan, a lot of people can't deal with like the 24 open convenience stores with beer.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe like that.
And the band was thinking that at the same time. So when we all actually met up, it was quite interesting to say the least.
Don't zoom in on the shot. We want to see if he makes it.
We decided to
he made it.
Sort of call it a day. So we just party company, basically.
When Rod asked me.
Yeah, like it's him saying like we just parted company, basically. I don't know. It's weird because like they've never been clear about it, whatever. But at the end of the day, Paul was very important to those first two albums. So
yeah.
Even though Steve was very cutthroat and like we need to move on, but at the same time, it's like I'm sure it was. I think it's quite honestly all those things. But yeah, now Paul has passed, and you know he was in a bad way for a while. I'm not, like I said, I feel like I'm not making fun of him.
No.
Like, what a dickhead. What have I ever done? But it's just funny to me that when someone is in a situation where they just won't admit the truth,
right,
they make up all these things, whatever. It's like, all right, mate, you know, all right, fine, but just be honest about it, you know. Say, listen, yeah, I couldn't handle it, or you know, but he never did that in his interviews, and I don't know, it always comes across like because he's quite nervous too. It makes me laugh a bit. Anyway, Bruce in the fucking jumper,
Right? He hadn't actually asked me to join. All he said was, "Would you like to go to the audition?" You know, whatever it was, you know, sing with the band or whatever the phrase was he used, and I started off, I sort of went, look, I said, for a start, don't expect me to get dressed up in all that black leather gear and all that and cut all my hair off and wear a frilly collar, I said, because I'm not the same as the previous singer. I've got my own ideas about what should happen, and if you don't like it, stuff it. I hadn't even got the job. I mean, you know, it's like... So I thought, he's either going to turn around and hit me and throw me out the window, or he's going to sort of go, well...
Well, even that, you know, he was in Samson.
Yeah.
He knew they weren't going anywhere. And he's been asked to join Maiden, who he wanted to join. And he's like straight away going, well, I'm doing it my way. And it's weird, isn't it? Because like you take these risks and these chances, whatever, but like, how can you not do that?
Right.
It's like, otherwise you start off on the wrong foot, you know? Like it's much harder to be like, later on, be like,
yeah.
So
just be upfront.
Yeah, if you just have from the beginning, it just makes it much easier.
Yeah,
You know, it's the right sort of attitude, so I guess it must have been the right attitude.
They did their first tour.
Andy Taylor from Sunderland.
In 1980, and I went up to Newcastle to see them down to Mayfair. And actually, I went along dressed more or less the way I am now, and turned up at the door, and this security guard sort of stopped me and said, "Do you know who's playing here?" And I said, "I think it's Iron Maiden, isn't it?" He said,
lovely timbre to his voice.
"Yeah, well, we don't actually get many people dressed like you. I just thought you might have come to the wrong place."
Children of the Damned.
Oh, this song's so good. I had to fade it out because I was like, I can't.
You want to listen to it all?
What? Every time I hear this song, I'm like, oh, this is so good. It's so good.
I think it was the second.
It's a good version.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? I had to get that.
US tour we'd done. When we get out there, and all of a sudden, there's all this stuff about Iron Maiden being devil worshippers. And it was...
Well, you did have an album cover with the devil on it and 666.
Yeah.
It was the strangest thing, because we had people out there with placards. It wasn't just us, but I think we really took a lot of the brunt of it, and a lot of it started or restarted again around the Number of the Beast album. And it would be on local TV stations and the religious stations, actually advertising out saying, "See this album, burn it." And there was one situation where they got a whole load of Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne albums, burnt them, and then everyone ran away, apparently, because they were scared of the fumes. So the next time around, they used a hammer to break them. The whole thing about...
The devil's in my throat.
The smoke of
My first appearance with Maiden, believe it or not.
All right, this is when when the camera's in front of him, he also tries to be a gentleman, and believe it or not, little kid.
I'm already seeing like few seconds. I was like, this doesn't seem like him.
Right, it's hilarious.
As Eddie, around 1981, there was a TV special that the guys had to do in Brussels, in Belgium.
Thanks for clearing that up.
And
to the American listeners who have no idea about the world.
Clive was sick. So Rod phoned me up one day and said, "Look, Nick, could you come and step in for the band? They've got to record this. It's sort of like a Top of the Pops in England, but in Belgium." And I said, "Yeah, OK." So they sent me a tape. I had 3 songs to learn, Killers, Rothschild and one other, which slips my mind right now.
One Other. It's a great song.
And the stipulation was that I had to wear an Eddie mask.
Miraculously, he's stayed the same for about the last 4 years. I can't believe it, you know. I've always wanted a stable lineup. And...
At this time, Nick has been in the band for 4 years.
I've just never seen him talk like that.
Right? It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, weird.
Because, I mean, before, you know...
That's why I wanted to do this documentary, because I remember how odd it was.
That was really weird.
The recording lineups, I mean, we had so many changes, it was unbelievable, you know. Like one geezer was in the band about 3.
Geezer, it means a guy.
About 2 months later, their girlfriends wouldn't let them come to rehearsals and stuff like that, so...
Don't want geezers like that.
Auntie, are you going to the podcast again?
Yes.
What about me?
You can make your own podcast.
Well, I don't want to make my own podcast. That's why I married you, because I want to do it together.
Okay, I'll be a good geezer, and I'll cancel tonight.
Right, get it. Quit Iron Maiden right now.
Big elbow.
Everything's basically the same. It's still been the same core of the crew that we've used for years.
Dickie Bell.
That's a great name.
I know. Dickie Bell.
Years and years.
He said it.
Yeah.
It's still the same atmosphere. It's just that there's more bits and pieces, really.
This guy's looked the same since the 80s. He's just like a little wrinklier. All right, here's the most awkward man on the planet, Derek Riggs.
Ah, yeah.
He's so bloody, like, slimy.
The idea of Eddie came from a punk album.
First off, it's just odd, the way the background, he's got his hand in his pockets.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, do you want some candy, kid?
No.
Freaky.
Right? I like they've pressed this shot so that they can add in the album covers, which is good, but it's just odd.
Came from an idea for a punk album, which I worked out from a head, which I saw stuck on a Vietnamese tank, supposedly an American's head. but I'm suspicious about this. I think it was a ploy by the American government to gain sympathy.
There was a joke at the time called...
All right, here's Dave Lights, a legend.
Yeah.
Dave Lights, who is the lighting engineer for a while. So just Dave Lights.
He does.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a British thing, but we just have that in the UK where we just like anyone has the job. Oh, Ante podcast. That would be a name. Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Podcast
That's
for
what
generations.
It's true. That's why like a lot of those names like Workman and
Yeah.
you know to become the names of people because.
And I thought about having the female as Margaret Thatcher.
Ooh.
And I thought, no, that's a bit naff.
Naff. You get that word? Naff.
Yes and no. Like I've heard it. But...
Yeah, naff just means shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's naff. Not cool.
So,
your hair is naff.
I didn't mention it to anybody. And then the band came back and said, look, can you make the figure look like Margaret Thatcher? And I said, do a portrait in 2 days. I haven't even got a picture of the woman. So anyway, I managed...
No wonder they fired him. I couldn't talk to this guy for more than 5 minutes.
I phoned up Margaret Thatcher's press office and asked them for a photograph of Margaret Thatcher because I was a member of her constituency, and they sent me one. And I painted it.
Jesus Christ. Great art, mate, but Jesus Christ.
Yes. This is Iron Maiden, is it?
All right, this is Tiz Was, which was a show in the 80s. I think it means, what was it? Today is Saturday, like, wake ups and sunny or something bollocks like that. Anyway, Tiz Was. It was just they would have celebrities on there, kids, and they would throw pies in their face.
Okay. I've got another Iron Maiden.
Was that like Nickelodeon back in the day?
Pretty much, yeah.
Maiden.
Oh, see, Iron Maiden is the band name. The nickname of Margaret Thatcher was the Iron Maiden. So they've got Iron Maiden on there.
Good day to you. I would like to say that...
That's a pretty good impression, actually.
Do you mind? I would like to say that the entertainment value provided by gentlemen such as yourselves is of immense value in these difficult times. May I express my thanks?
Now the pies are out.
To be fair, throwing a pie in someone's face has got to be fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're off to Japan.
Yes, they are.
The land where we live.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of girls, which is weird for Maiden. Welcome to Japan. That was when I landed in Japan. This is what happened to me.
Oh, really?
The British
Yeah.
flag. Welcome to Japan. I was like, thanks, ladies, but sorry. The Budokan, which is just a gym.
Hi, good evening. This is a message to all the customers. Please do not leave your seats and go into the aisle, or stand on your seats or rush to the stage. No smoking is allowed, and please do not light matches during...
Why would the message be in English?
I was thinking that. Well, just as we talked, well, as you talked about on your podcast with Skeletor, that the real problem in Japan is the bloody foreigners. The Japanese are innocent and don't do anything wrong at all. That's why it's in English.
Right.
There's no way would the Japanese ever do anything bad.
No. Such a good riff there.
Look at these birds with the British flag. Love it. Thanks, ladies. You know. Oh, you got a bit of the British flag on your one?
Croatian one? No.
Nah, not that one.
Oh, I'm messing with
you. Baltic bastards.
In Japan.
That was you said, right? In Japan.
No time to lose.
Yeah, great. Oh, look at those shorts.
Oh.
I missed it. Did you get
Japanese love a signature.
Right.
Speak up, I'm deaf. What a great line. Speak up, I'm deaf. Imagine being so popular that you would throw your sweaty garments at people and they would collect them.
Yeah, and it's welcome.
I know. That's rock and roll.
With the Polish.
Oh, John Jackson. I'm pretty sure he's the guy who booked like random places in Australia. Like where they had to play the
RSL club.
What was it you said? You did it.
Parmesan and cheese.
You remember we lost so much of that.
Agency out there, which is state owned, and it's very well organised. You almost lose track of them once they enter into the country. It's very difficult to phone out. And I remember the first tour that happened. I never heard from anybody for a
Is he Australian?
No.
week, and I knew it was going great. Otherwise, I'd have had a phone call with some loud words at the other end.
Yeah, Poland was...
Right.
We went out trying to find somewhere to go because there's nowhere
Ross Halfin does all the big photos in the world. I don't know why it's him, but
really to drink or anything. And we found what we thought was a disco, and it was a wedding. And we got so out of it, we ended up getting up to Fly. And I remember Bruce Dickinson, I was apparently singing, and then Bruce Dickinson got up and started to sing and wouldn't get off the mic.
Poznan, now famous place in football due to the Poznan, the team, the team they have there.
Okay.
When they score a goal, they all turn around and like hold arms and like jump up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
And Man City have stolen it, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, yeah, it's not that great, but all these fucking idiots singing at my wedding.
Yeah.
The early TV show programs we used to do were all taken awfully seriously.
To be fair though, TV was, big deal, right? For TV,
We decided we were all going to be really serious, and like if we were going to mime, we were going to make it look really good and really go for it. But I've done like 23 takes of miming and stuff like that, and then the director is, which they invariably do, had Steve playing the guitar solo and the guitar solo bloke doing the singing and so on and so forth. They get all the shots wrong and everything. We just gave up on TV companies and decided they're all complete and utter cretins.
I used to work for a TV company, and you are not wrong.
With one or two rare exceptions.
And I'm talking about, I did a documentary where a woman had been assaulted down there,
right,
by the Japanese army in the war, into the point where she's like can't speak, like madness. Her sister was there doing the talk.
Oh, okay.
The producer's like, get her to say something, like poke her,
What?
poke her with a stick, basically saying that. And I was there like, okay, I need to change my life right now because
yes,
this is weird as hell. Yeah, that was in the Philippines, and yeah, it was really odd.
Wow.
And it started because when we even did like, we did a documentary back home with gypsies.
Yeah, Jippos.
Yeah, Jippos, travelers.
Oh, okay.
And like the producer was saying, like, just trying to get him to fight on screen. So he was just saying, he said this to you, didn't know that. How do you know that? Well, we videoed it, but it's all gone now because we had to delete it. But he said this, and I was like, no one said that. But like, they're just trying to get this as much drama as they could, just Jeremy or whatever. It was a really humbling experience.
Just nice people, huh?
Yeah, it was not good. Anyway.
And so we decided that we were going to do this TV show for Germany, so we thought we'd have some fun.
All right, this is one of the best moments in TV history where Iron Maiden are on German TV and they just say, fuck it, let's just swap instruments while we're playing.
Iron Maiden!
Fuck off, Germany! All right, looks pretty good right now. Looks normal, but I think that's Dave Murray on bass there. I'm not sure. All right, Nick goes there. Okay, Adrian is playing along. Ooh, nice effect there.
They have lasers.
They do, mate. Lasers and
big stuff back then, man.
Bruce has got a banana or something. Steve's playing guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Dave is on bass. Adrian won't get in on it. Now Steve is singing. Adrian's laughing, but he's not like joining in. So I thought, like, he's no number one pretty I just love this whole thing. Steve. I think Nick was standing up now. Yeah, I love how he does the fill. We are live, taking photos, wasting it. Oh no, he's on the bass. This is awesome. The audience would be like,
what's going on? They're not moving at all.
We are German, this is not correct. He's not playing the guitar. Okay, this is the producer like walking across there like, what's shenanigans? Oh no, he's smashing the drum.
How many of them are playing drums?
Adrian, this is why you left the band mix. You're not getting in on the banter. More banter, Adrian. I mean, cool effect, whatever. All right, there we go. There we go. If you want to watch that, guys, 12 Way Studios on YouTube. Anyway, nice one, mate. So, yeah, mate.
Nice to end on a good laugh.
Yes. So we will now continue next time with Seven Son of a Seven Son.
Are we?
Promise.
Are we?
I thought I'd just have a laugh. Check out this documentary. Let's get somewhere out of time, somewhere in time out of our time, in space. Yeah, we're good. So you can email us at listen@imaidenbaby@gmail.com. Patreon, Maiden, listen to iMaidenBaby, where you can get the video and audio 1 day earlier.
Always big thanks to the patrons.
That's right. As you suggested, we just played a full clip of Wasted Years. So we're going to get flagged. So there's a chance in the future that some of these videos are going to get taken down. So if you do join the Patreon, you get to see all the video. It's only $1. It's just so so there's actually an entry fee. So Patreon will keep it up there.
Yeah.
And you can chat to us anytime on there as well. We'll reply to you. And if you have any suggestions, leave a comment on this video or email us at the address we just gave. Anyway, yeah. So mate, catch you next time.
Take it easy.
Goodbye, everybody. It's been nice to see you.